Yeah. So I just got back from watching Joker for the third time in a 70 millimeter, the real kind of hardcore way, old school way of watching it. And actually looked really good. It looked really good in the 70 millimeter format, man. And then lo and behold, after I come back, I then learned that Joker is now officially their highest rated R-rated film of all time, beating out Deadpool, deservedly so. I don't think people actually know just how great of a story this is. This is arguably one of the great cinematic stories of all time. And I think what this can do could be truly, truly amazing. And something that could truly change Hollywood comic book movies for the better because it's an amazing achievement. It's an amazing achievement because the belief that you had to spend 150 million, 200 million to make a superhero film, that notion has now been debunked by what Joker has done. Because again, when we go back to Spider Man, I blame this on Spider Man because Raimi's Spider Man film, when that made all that amount of money, all of these companies were like, man, that's how we make the cash. Because every time we invest in any kind of film, we are taking a risk. It is out, it is what it is, but we are taking a risk. This can be a sure banker because this whole comic book movie thing, that opening weekend, we're going to get loads of stuff in the opening weekend because these comic book fans come in their droves. And even people who may not be comic book fans are still interested in these stories because they still have a casual like for these stories. So they'll still go and watch these films casually. And people thought you had to spend ridiculous amounts. And what we now saw, again, this whole argument that's happening with the whole Marvel films is stuff that is pretty much lowbrow. Let's just keep it real. Because for me, and this just I speak for myself, whenever I see a CGI scene with CG characters jumping up and down, it looks like a video game, and my brain just switches off. I'm like, okay, brain off. Let me just go into autopilot and whatsoever. But just watching this Joker film, it's like, my God, man, what it feels like to watch a film, where people are talking to people are having conversations with people are actually having actual proper human emotions, and the interactions are there, the authenticity is there, it is tangible, you can connect with it, you are not detached because a lot of these comic book films, you feel detached. Infinity War, I felt completely detached from that stuff. With all the stuff that's happening, the action and everything, I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on. What's happening? A guy, okay, I'm out. So, but the fact that this film was made for 55 million, and is heading towards 800 worldwide, it's amazing. And even while I was watching it for the third time, I'm just thinking to myself that my God, man, this film that I'm watching is heading towards 800 million, and it's just a film. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me, maybe I'm wrong. This might be the highest grossing like indie film where is like an this feels like an indie film. This doesn't feel like a major huge blockbuster release because as I was watching, like this it's an art house film. It's an art house film. You know, you ain't seen Deadpool in no art house cinema. You ain't seen no Iron Man or Infinity War in no art house cinema. That didn't happen. And this is not to say that, oh no, these films are now better than these other films because they are art house films. No, 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 no. But I just think it's great for cinema. It is truly a triumph for cinema, and it's amazing for cinema the success that this has because not every. So when you're a filmmaker, you're not you don't go into films to make huge massive effects or huge action spectacles, or you don't even go into films to make hundreds and hundreds of millions. You go into films because you want to just make a good film and you want to tell a great story, and you hope by telling a great story that's going to make the money because people are going there to be invested in what is a great story. And that was the point that I was even making before with the whole Coppola Scorsese thing against Marvel movies. The idea is a great artistic product, and we are going there to be surprised. We are going there to be to be enthralled, to learn something, to be given something. As in, you watch this Joker film, you walk away saying, my gosh, man, things about mental illness, people who are perceived as losers, people who are perceived as loners. How do we truly treat them? What is the true nature of mental illness? What are the dangers of not really caring about? Or what are the dangers of ignoring people with a mental illness? All these different things you think about. How many flipping comic book movies do you walk away thinking about this stuff? You watch the comic book movie, once the credits roll, you leave the cinema and you forget what the hell you just watched. You forget what the hell you just watched. You enjoyed it fun and you forget what the hell you just watched. So just to surmise, man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This was my most anticipated film. I was waiting for this film for ages. And obviously, Joaquin Phoenix, even watching the performance against it is insane. You have to give a lot of credit to Todd Phillips. It was his script, co-written, his direction, his idea, his concept. And for it to have this kind of a success, I think it's truly amazing because as I've said this again, this it's actually unfair to compare this to other comic book movies. It's unfair. This is a light years ahead of any other comic book film. Light in terms of just a film, just for pure filmmaking and just as a film, this is light years ahead of any other comic book movie that's ever been made. Hence why you shouldn't even compare it to the others because it's unfair. And yeah, man, my thing now is that I don't think it will. If this somehow, some way can make $1 billion, if this can make $1 billion, oh my lord,